Yep, we're good.
Thank you for joining us here today. We are very pleased, myself, Deputy County Executive Lisa Chimera, our Commissioner of the Department of Environment and Planning, Dave Castle, to be, as you see behind us, the West Falls Center for the Arts, to celebrate approximately $250,000 worth that went into this organization for a number of projects. You'll hear a little bit more about those as we go along. But these are the type of projects that we love to support in Erie County. As many of you know, for a long time we supported cultural organizations, the big ones with capital grant projects. They would come to us with needs in the 500,000 or greater, millions, sometimes very large numbers. And what we realized is it's great that we have very strong, large arts and cultural institutions, historical institutions like the AKG, the Buffalo Zoo, the Buffalo History Museum. But we also need to support the smaller and mid-size organizations that exist in our community, because they are the lifeblood of our community. And it was important that we came forth with the Erie County Cultural Grant Program, which supported organizations of all kinds of sizes across Erie County. Just a day ago, we were in Sardinia for a $50,000 grant associated with the Sardinia Historical Society. We were in Lancaster just a week ago for the Hull House, the oldest homes the oldest homes in all of Erie County, owned by Warren Hull, built by Warren Hull, a Revolutionary War veteran who served under George Washington. These are the types of programs, buildings, capital projects we need to support. And another one, of course, was the West Falls Center for the Arts. What we were able to do here with approximately $250,000 grant was help them not only build a parking lot, and I say build a parking lot because there really wasn't a parking lot here, it was stone, and it was in pretty much disrepair, but to build a parking lot that's also ADA compliant, that meets the needs of those that in our handicapped community, as well as assist them with additional funding for the kitchen and other work in this beautiful building. In approximately 10 years, the West Falls Center for the Arts has turned into something that is a jewel of the South Towns. If you drove past here going down to Kissing Bridge or Spraguebrook Park 10, 15 years ago, this didn't exist. And today it is truly a jewel in the South Towns. And I want to thank Bill and his team for the work that they've done, the investments that they've made as an organization to create this jewel here in the hamlet of West Falls. This would not have happened without the strong support of our partners across government, including in the legislature. They could not be here today, but I do want to thank Legislator John Mills, because he was also a strong advocate for this project throughout the years. You'll hear from all of us here, but what I think I just want to express is a thank you to the board, the volunteers, the members of the West Falls Center for the Arts for taking on what really, I remember when it first started, I thought, wow, that's a pretty ambitious project, and in creating the center here, and it truly is a wonderful jewel now that we have in the South Towns. So thank you for doing it, to you yourself and the entire team, because this is what makes Erie County great. What makes Erie County great, a place that we want to live and raise our families and see grow our institutions like this. Yes, we will support the AKG Gallery. We will support the Buffalo Zoo. We will support large organizations like that, the Buffalo Philharmonic, but we cannot forget about the smaller and mid-sized ones that have an impact in people's lives all across Erie County. So thank you to all for your continued contribution to making Erie County the best county it can possibly be. And on behalf of the people of Erie County, we were very pleased to be able to support the multiple projects here and see the center grow. Thank you. So,
Thank you so much. I'm humbled. Carolyn, myself, our board of directors, volunteers, started on this journey probably about 6 years ago. And we wanted to build something for the community. We have programs for kids, programs for veterans, and programs for people with Alzheimer, dementia, and especially their caregivers. Our kids program, we put together a band, and in about 9 months, they're really good, and they open at Sportsman's here Easter Island Music Festival in Borderland, and it's a great program for kids. Our veterans program, we teach ukulele, guitar, and harmonica here, and they can bring their significant others, and it's such a wonderful program. They're not professional musicians at the end, but it's a great social event for them. We've also been partners in raising almost $250,000 for veterans projects, along with Bob James, and it's just a wonderful place for veterans to come and have a nice social event. Our Alzheimer, dementia, and caregiver program, which my wife started about 5 years ago. We started just hoping 4 to 6 people come for lunch, play some games. After a few weeks, we thought, you know, we got to do something different. My wife decided to bring music into here. We have 40 to 50 people here now. We're in Amherst, we're in Buffalo, we're in Ithaca, we're in Syracuse, we're in Wellsville, Baltimore, Maryland. We will serve close to 20,000 free lunches this year with these programs. We have people that are non-communicative at home. They don't know who brought them. They've been with someone that they love for over 40 years, but they don't know their name. They come here and they sing the songs. They remember the songs, but they don't remember who brought them. I have goosebumps telling this story every single time. There's a gentleman that comes here occasionally. He can't walk. He's physically able to walk. He forgot how to walk, which is common, and I had no idea. He comes in, we sit him down. Music starts, he gets up and he dances with his wife. When the music stops, we have to set him down. That's how powerful music is, and that's, I think, what we've developed here. And I can't thank Erie County enough, and Mr. Poloncarz. I can't thank you enough. Anastasi Paving, Iroquois Bar, Carmina and Woods, they all came together as a family and helped put this together. I'm humbled. Honestly, I have goosebumps right now. I can't believe what we were able to have here. People couldn't get across that parking lot. There was pit holes, and this was a big project. It really was. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill, and thank you for the incredible work that's done here to make people's lives better. My partner in Erie County government, our Deputy County Executive, who works very closely with a lot of the health and human service agencies in the county, Lisa Chimera. She doesn't always come to these Capital Grant Awards, but she wanted to be here today, so Deputy County Executive Chimera.
So it really is a pleasure to be here. You walk through these doors and you feel welcomed immediately. And I know that I remember when this project came before the Capital Committee, and I remember reading it and being so touched because, of course, Erie County wants to invest and improve a parking lot or a kitchen. But what you don't ever see is the impact it has on so many individuals. And when I was hearing about the programming for our veterans, the programming for our older adults, and what touched my heart the most as a former teacher is the programming for our children and the impact it has. Coming to a place like this, meeting with other kids, learning something new, specifically music, is such an outstanding opportunity. I want to thank the Panzicas, all of the volunteers that choose to give of their time to make a difference in their community. And that's exactly what they're doing. So it is my honor to join you all today in celebrating this. And thank you for all that you do for your community.
We have lots of partners in government, and when it comes to the town of Aurora, one who was a strong advocate for this project was the town board member, Joe McCann. I heard it from him that you need to help support the West Falls Center for the Arts, and then when the county supported it, he was very thankful because this is what we do in government. We work together, whether it's to get through a snowstorm or to support an organization like this. So, Council Member?
Thank you very much, County Executive. I'd like to, first of all, thank Bill and Carolyn for this wonderful institution they've created. And we'd be remiss, obviously everybody's going to speak to the wonderful charitable works they do, but let it not be lost that they host fantastic concerts. And if you haven't been to the West Falls Center for the Arts to check out a concert, please do. The space is incredible, the sound is incredible, the acts they get are incredible. Second, I'd like to thank the county executive and his team for continuing to support and invest in the town of Aurora, and specifically the hamlet of West Falls. This is a special place. Places like this make it special, and anytime we can improve that is a win for everyone. I'd also like to thank the county for funding our comprehensive plan that will make sure that the residents of West Falls and the residents of the town of Aurora control their destiny moving forward and keep this community the special place that it is. This has also been leveraged with funding from New York State to completely redo Route 240, and we were lucky enough to win a New York Forward grant in the amount of $4.5 million specifically for the hamlet of West Falls. That'll continue to fund and stabilize this community for years to come. So thank you to all our partners in government for making this possible to make sure we recognize and preserve these special places. Thank you.
Thank you, council member. And just to note, the New York Forward grants, they are very competitive. They are very difficult to get. And for the hamlet of West Falls here in Aurora to receive one was a testament to the work that everyone put in, because there's a lot of good communities across New York State that are applying for those grants and are not getting them. So there's thumbs up to both of you. 2 thumbs up for all that you've done. And I know we're going to see great things in the future. One of our most important departments is our Erie County Department of Senior Services. They are serving our older adults across the community. There are hundreds of thousands of older adults in Erie County, with, as was noted by Bill, all kinds of different needs. Some individuals have very limited needs from others, and of course there are unfortunately some individuals in our community that need constant attention. And our Erie County Department of Senior Services is there to assist those regardless of what their needs are, to ensure that they get the care that they're entitled to, so that their golden years are truly golden. It's my pleasure to introduce our Commissioner, Angela Marinucci, to say a few words on why this project matters.
I'm thrilled to be here today and to help shine an additional light on the fantastic work for the West Falls Center for the Arts and what they do with their Memory Cafe, and really pioneering a safe and accessible place for caregivers and care receivers to be part of their community. As we all know, social isolation and loneliness is one of the biggest negative detriments to health for older adults and community members, as well as the stress of caregiving, and providing an opportunity to be among community members in a place that you enjoy hearing that music and those beautiful stories is incredibly important to our community. As Erie County Senior Services, we really value all parts of the county, which means looking at these rural opportunities so that those community members that may not have the opportunity to get to downtown Buffalo for larger cultural organizations still have the ability to be part of the arts, the ability to be part of their community, and the ability to feel the great things that Erie County has to offer. So proud to be part of a county organization that is supporting the arts, but really just truly thankful for your vision and your perseverance in making such a successful program that matters so much to caregivers, care receivers, and all community members.
Thank you, Commissioner. We have one more speaker. That is our Commissioner of the Department of Environment and Planning, Dan Castle. Dan is a resident of East Aurora, has been a strong advocate for the West Falls Center for the Arts, and it is his department that administered the Erie County Capital Grant Program to review the applications that came in to ensure that the organizations could actually do the projects that they said they would, and to ensure when they made a recommendation to myself and to the legislators that were approving the grants, that these were grants that were going to be worthwhile to the community. And I can tell each and every one of you, I think you had a strong advocate behind the scenes for this project, in Dan Castle. So Commissioner Castle.
Thank you very much. I've been here several times, but I've never been up front, so this is really nice. My first time here was about 4 years ago. It was about this time of the year. I think it was a Creek Bend Christmas show. And there were 2 important things that night. One is your parking lot was in lousy shape. I was walking in and I didn't see the puddle, and I spent the rest of the night with a very wet foot. And I also learned that you were more than just a music venue. You have a nonprofit that's working with seniors and Alzheimer's and dementia. My mother was going through the same thing at the time, and music, and the kids. You mentioned working with children. Last time I was here was a couple weeks ago, and opening the show was the Buffalo Youth Blues Band that I think plays here and practices here. They're all kids that, I think the oldest one was probably 9th, 10th grade. They were awesome. Actually have a video on my phone of them doing Orange Blossom Special. If you know the Orange Blossom Special, it's not an easy song to play. So, but just seeing those types of things and hearing from others in the community about how important this venue is, it's just been really rewarding for me, our staff, and to play a small role, because these are the people making the decisions. We just kind of make it happen. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. I know we have a ribbon to cut. Saw that outside. But before we go outside, while we're set up for media, are there any questions from members of the media?
Topics?
No.
No, just
These are
not
all-
topics.
Just not topics. Off
Yeah.
topics we'll take separate.
Perfect.
You're good? Okay, then let's go out and cut a ribbon.
All right.